Good morning, captains, and welcome to the stream. My name is Serge, Pilot Club 6, and we are on the ground in New Orleans, gate B10, where the visibility is very bad. We got about vertical visibility 200 feet. We got some fog, so we're low IFR here. We're doing charters flight from New Orleans with service to Dallas, Texas. 87 passengers on the manifest, 4,500 pounds of cargo. And let me show you our route. Alright, this is what we're doing, pretty straightforward here. We're going to depart runway 11 out of New Orleans. We got one fix on the way there, and then we are arriving into DFW via Beery 2 arrival, Peanuts transition. Our cruise level is going to be 38,000 feet. Our flight scheduled for 1 hour and 23 minutes with a distance of 430 nautical miles. All right. We'll take that. And for some reason we don't have our V-pilot. I think we got it now. Let me see. Yep, good to go now. We did get our squawk code, so we'll be good with that. And today is the second day that we're using CTAF frequencies, so we'll have to go to CTAF for MSY for our departure. We are uncontrolled, so we'll get to that when we get to that, but let's go ahead and jump into the flight deck. Here we are. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one. So let's make sure everything's good to go here. Yep, we are good to go. Let's go ahead and turn battery 1 and 2 on, and we'll take our external power. Jump to our fly pad. Alright, everything's looking good here. We may beef this up a little bit, our cost index. So yeah, as you can see, quarter-mile visibility, fog, nasty conditions here. Now coming into DFW, everything's fine. But that's where we at. Let's request our jet bridge, our baggage, and catering. Get our iPad here. Here we are at the terminal, gate B10. Again, we're departing 11, so easy taxi via Gulf. And out of MSY, let's see here, departing. Yep, we're gonna have to make a left turn to our first fix. Alright, no problemo. Jump back in here. Let's request our fuel. 15.9. That looks alright, I think. Let me look. Yep, that looks good. So we'll request fuel. And our payload. Again, 87 passengers. I think we're supposed to have I think the cargo is not correct. Let me look at the cargo. 6405. Nope, that is correct. Why did I have 45? We're good on cargo. Yep, sweet. So we can go ahead and start boarding. Jump back to our MCDU here. ETSU, AOC. We'll initialize the box. Alright, looking good here. Let's go to our init. We'll initialize the flight. Let's go cost index 25. We have a little bit of a headwind on this trip. Request our winds and temperatures. That looks good. We'll go back to ETSU, AOC, and let's request our weather. All right, we'll print our METAR. Go back to the box here. Flight plan, departing MSY on runway 11. We'll put that in. No SID or star. And at DFW, they're landing 18, so 18 right is what we'll put in. ILS 18 right on Beery 2. Novia with Peanuts transition. We'll insert that. Okay, confirming our first fix here is good to go. Can clear this discontinuity. We'll be on heading anyways. For 11, heading is 106. And since we don't have controllers on and we don't have a SID, we'll just dial in our cruise altitude of 38,000. That looks good. Alright, so at MSY, altimeter is 3006. Let's confirm that. That is correct. So let's see. 306 and on the standby 3006. That looks good. Looks like we got our fuel already. Yep. So we'll go to the overhead, turn the fuel pumps on. We'll start our APU and we'll turn on seatbelt signs. That looks good. So 15.9 is our fuel. 15.9. Go to init B. 15.9. We'll put that in and block. Let's jump back here. Let's get our charts. So departing MSY, we need our taxi chart, and arriving to Dallas Fort Worth, we'll take our star, which is Beery 2, our approach, again landing 18 right, so ILS 18 right, and our taxi. I think, let me look at, so 18 right, I think terminal echo is what we need, so Echo, so we'll take the parking gates for that. And get our chart here, good to go. Yep, only 87 passengers on this flight, so that is all right. So 116.32. Nope, we gotta wait. We gotta wait for that. Alright, I think while we wait, we can do our walk around. Oh, you know what we didn't do here? Let me do this. Let me get rid of the iPad. Get our V-Pilot on. So our squawk is 2742. 2742. That looks good, and we'll go ahead and step out and do our walk around. We'll start with our usual place here, checking the sensors. Everything's good. Landing gear looks good. Yeah, you can tell this is horrible weather here for flying. Really bad visibility. Alright, engines look good. Landing gear. Is the flap open here? Can't tell. Doesn't look like it's open. Should be. Alright, we can hear our APU here in the back. What's up, guys? Bad weather, huh? Yep, light's good, and we'll head back into the cockpit. And I'll go ahead and brief the cabin crew.
Safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full undivided attention as there will be the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Nice. So we finished our boarding. So we'll go ahead and request our tug. And while we're doing that, we can get our figures here. On 1632, that looks correct. We'll put that in. All right, sweet. So let's go to performance. Calculate our performance here. All right, KMSY. Departing 11. Get our METAR. Runway conditions is dry. Anti-ice is going to be off. We do need our takeoff weight, which is 132.1. Takeoff CG is going to be standard. Takeoff thrust is flex. Config is going to be flaps 1, air conditioner off, and we'll calculate. 133, 133, 135 with 68. Okay. 133, 133, 135, 68 flex temperature, and departure is going to be flaps 1. And we're going to go up. One. All right, that looks good. We can go to our overhead and turn on the beacon light.
Flight attendants, armed doors, and cross-check.
And we can turn on APU bleed and disconnect external power. All right, let's do a little bit of setup here. I think I'm going to be pushing tail right. Alright, they're doing cabin announcements, that's great, so we'll release the parking brake and we will push. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and start in sequence. Engine 2. Tail right. Alright, looking good. Then we have good start on engine 2. We'll start number 1. And we'll stop here and set the parking brake. So Golf 8. Nope, Golf. Yep, just Golf is our taxi. And we got good start on number 1. And we'll release the tug. Alright, sweet. Let's go here. We'll get our chart. Yep, that looks good. Go to our overhead. We'll turn on our taxi lights. Turn APU bleed off. APU master off. Turn the weather radar on. And we're looking good. Go flaps 1. Let's do our flight control check. Full up, neutral, full down, neutral, full left, neutral, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right. Get our trim set up here. Alright, now let's go to our frequencies here. Yep, so this is not gonna have it, but what we do need, let's look at our chart here. Ground, we need to be on tower 1195. We'll switch to that. New Orleans traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, taxiing from the terminal, the north terminal, to runway 11 or 11 via Gulf, New Orleans. Alright, we'll go ahead and release our parking brake and we'll start our taxi. Alright, so here is our taxiway Gulf, so we'll go to that. Clear. Clear. Yep, we're going to stay on Gulf. Alright, let's stay on the taxiway.
Dollars traffic, going 727 Delta 2114, we're fighting the zone to the northeast, Moscow.
Wow, somebody's on the tower frequency doing the CTAF thing. Is that the southwest? I'm not sure. We will see. Alright, we're on Gulf here. Slow down a little bit.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Alright, give the cabin crew a little bit of time to prepare. get rid of this. And I think we can close our browser. Yeah, this is really bad visibility here. Alright, let's ding the cabin. Alright, looking good. If you're just joining, welcome to the stream and good morning. We're flying from New Orleans with service to Dallas, Texas. With TPC Charters Airline. Got 87 passengers on board, 6,500 pounds of cargo, and we're about to take off. New Orleans traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6 taking runway 11 for an IFR departure to the west, New Orleans. Alright, everything's looking good here. We'll go ahead and turn on our lights.
Approaching runway 11. Entered runway 11. 8,600 feet remaining.
All right, here we go. Things looking good here. We'll spool up the engines. Start our timers. And take off. Flex, SRS runway 68. Auto thrust blue 100. V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear up. We'll engage autopilot, heading 106. We will start our left turn. Climb thrust. And let's go direct our first fix. Check nav. Flap 0. Wow, this is nice looking here. Yep, everything's confirmed and looking good. Let's get our camera and iPad back. We'll load the vertical profile here so you can see our climb. So far so good. New Orleans traffic, Airbus Pipe Club 6, 3 miles to the north now. Climbing 6,300, departing the area. Last call, New Orleans. Alright, and then we can go to Unicom. And we'll monitor that. Turns out to be, it's really nice here. I mean, look at that. That looks fantastic. Disarm ground spoilers. Auto brakes to disarm. Alright, passing 10,000 feet, we'll turn the lights off. And it seems to be pretty smooth, so we'll turn the seatbelt signs off. Alright, we're accelerating. Pretty good departure, I gotta say. I enjoyed that. Clouds look fantastic. Sweet. So let me talk a little bit about why we fly in the fly-by-wire and not the Phoenix after the update. So I thought about it. I updated Phoenix, and as you guys know, I have it. And I started seeing a bunch of reports about bugs and things, and I said, you know what? Nah, I'm not ready. And if you guys have been following the streams, you guys know I prefer the fly-by-wire. I do like some features that the fly-by-wire has that Phoenix doesn't have. Now, I will say up front, of course, Phoenix has more systems depth, a better external model for sure. It has a modeled cabin, you know, split MCDUs, performance calculator on the EFB. I mean, they're really cool features, but I think it's more of a preference. I do like the fly-by-wire EFB a little bit better. Let's go to standard. As I was saying, I do like the fly-by-wire EFB a little bit better. In this one here too, we're able to get our TPC coffee cup. Of course, we gotta have our coffee, and we have our privacy sticker here also on the iPad. I do like those elements. I really hated the suction cups, and now the fly-by-wire gave you an option to remove them, which is great. What I didn't like about the fly-by-wire or about the Phoenix before the update, and again, I can't speak to the update, I haven't flown the aircraft, but hand flying the aircraft was not as good for me as it was for the fly-by-wire. So just hand flying the aircraft, landing it, the flare law was modeled better in my opinion. And I know Phoenix had some issues with flight model at different flap settings. I think they fixed that. So anyways, oh, and another big piece is performance. So for fly-by-wire, it was taking much less performance out of my PC than it did for Phoenix. So that's how, you know, we kind of stuck with the fly-by-wire. And I just didn't want to deal with the issues after the update, which I heard that there were issues like that. So with the Phoenix, I don't know. Talking to people in the pilot club, specifically Leo, I think was saying that everything's good. A lot of these issues is user error, but I've read some bugs and things, and watched a few streams, and really wasn't impressed. You know, I don't need the new engines, new type of engines. I was fine with CFM, but to some people that's important, and certainly if you have really good machine, the performance factor doesn't matter. But so yeah, that's that. So anyways, I wanted to stick with my beloved fly-by-wire. This is a dev version, of course, with the great cockpit and really good features as well. Let's go a little bit brighter here. We'll put KDFW. What are we landing there? 18, right? In here. Yep, got plenty of fuel. And we'll also need DFW frequency. Let's see, tower. Okay, so which one it's going to be? So we have this kind of neat feature in the club, in TPC Discord, where you can get the CTAF frequency that's used on VATSIM for the airport. So let me do that. Let me run that. Let's see if it gives it to me. Uh, 12655. Okay, so that's the East Tower. 12655. Six, 5, 5. Perfect. So we got that tuned in. We're good to go with that. Alright, that's awesome. So I think what we can do here, I can go chat with the cabin crew now. I'll leave you guys with this view. Let me load up the telemetry data. Sweet. And I will be right back.
cruising out to a forward flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat belts clear from the aisle as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating near the front galley when the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Alright guys, we're back on flight deck and we're making progress. We've reached our cruise altitude. And we'll stay in cruise for a little while now. We got about 40 minutes of flight remaining. So let's take a look at our top of descent. Should be in about 30 minutes or so. Take a look at our weather at Dallas Fort Worth. Winds 170 at 7, good visibility, clear sky. Temperatures 52 Fahrenheit. It's going to be pretty good coming into DFW. So let's go ahead and get our charts ready here. We can get rid of New Orleans, we don't need that anymore. And we'll start looking at our arrival. So, there's Beery. We got some restrictions here we have to check, so let's go to our box. We'll go to our plates here for the arrival. And let's see here. Where are we coming from? Peanuts. Okay. So we'll follow that here. Our first restriction is at Muzzy. And that should be, our altitude should be between flight level 240 and 300. So we're meeting that there. Our speed should be 290. That's good to go as well. Then we get to Beery. Beery should be between flight level 230 and 200 at 280. Okay, that looks good. Next fix is Bells. It should be between 17 and 15. Yep, we're good with that. 280 as well. Next one is Tacky. Or TAC. Should be between 15 and 13 at 280. That's good. And then Wards between 13 and 12. Good. Speed should be 260. And then Dietz 12,000 at 210. That is correct. Then we go to Woot. Yep, that looks good. So 12,000 is our bottom altitude here for the arrival, so we'll put that in a little early, but it's okay. Just got to make sure we don't hit the descent button or descent knob. Don't push that in. And then let's see here. Headman landing 18 left, right. Yep, that is good. We can load our approach, which is ILS 18 right. It's this one. The bottom altitude for that is 4,000, so that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and load our performance data. A little early again, but we can always change it if it updates. 170 at 7. Temperature is 11 in Celsius. And our QNH is 29905. Go back to our chart. Our minimum altitude for this approach is 807. We'll put that in. Sweet. Everything's looking good here, guys. Everything's loaded and good to go. Let's go to our approach chart here. We'll check our missed approach here. Likes intersection. We'll put that in. Yep, so right turn to 3000 on heading 250 outbound FUZ VOR, and hold there. So we'll go ahead and add that hold. Altitude is going to be 3000. We'll add that. So here's our hold at likes. We also need FUZ VOR. Where is that? Let's see. FUZ. There's FUZ. That's 115.7. We'll put that in here. Yep, that looks good. Yep, all that's looking good here. And the reason I did this here in ForeFlight is because unfortunately the fly-by-wire doesn't have the missed approaches in the box just yet. So it is what it is. Alright, let's take a look at our airport chart here. So we'll land on 18 right. We'll exit the runway via probably Echo 4 or Echo 6. We'll cross 18 left and actually we need to go to Delta Terminal here. So let me go here. Delta Terminal is what we need here, not Echo. So here's Delta Terminal, here's where we're going to be parking. Yep, so it'd be good to exit on Echo 4. But it's okay if we do Echo 6 also, or Echo 7. We'll just taxi back on Foxtrot. So all of that is good. Confirming our frequencies here, 1119. Final approach course is 176. 3-degree slope, that looks good. There's our flight plan. Should be coming up on top of descent in about 80 miles. And we'll probably start a gentle descent 40 miles from here. Make sure our overhead is good here. Don't need our overhead anymore. Manesia, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Well, let me try something here right quick. Dylan mentioned that the V-Pilot now has the CTAF function, so let's try it. .CTAF-KDFW. Oop, I think I need to be here. .CTAF-KDFW. Alright, so CTAF frequency for KDFW is 12655. So let's go here. 12655. So we were correct in that. So we just confirmed. That's great. Yep, this here fixed clues will initiate our initial descent. Less than 30 minutes of flight remaining. Let's check our NOTAMs here. So 13, 17, 17, 13. Nope, it doesn't affect us, so we're okay. By the way, after this flight, we're going to take a little break at the DFW lounge, probably get something to eat, and then we'll be back on stream, or we should be back on stream with the TPC Charters event that they have going on, Mediterranean Mambo. Let me show you the website for that. and we're going to try to fly the first leg of this event here in the Kodiak. So we got the Kodiak sent to, I think, where are we starting? Should say here somewhere. Let's look at this. Greece, we're starting in Greece here, I think. Yep. I need to double check that. Let me see. LGAV. Okay, yep, so we're starting in Athens, Greece. LGAV. Yep, so we'll do all that planning a little bit later today, and then also wanted to let you know that today is our last leg of the Pilot Club World Tour. It's leg 26. We've been doing this for about 2 years now, once a month. We skipped a few months here and there, but anyways, we're flying the last leg today, and it is from Havana to Atlanta. About 2-hour flight. Yeah, that should be exciting. So we'll do that with Lucas. If you go to our Discord here, you can see the event here, so that should be exciting. Check out our flight crew lounge. It's like I'm the only one flying. All right, we're about 40 miles from our computed top of descent. We'll do our gentle descent now. We'll start our initial.
As you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Cool, man. This is smooth flying here. So we got our restrictions here. Should be good to go. Probably about 20 minutes of flight remaining here. So we'll end up at Hedman at 12,000, is that right? Yep, Dietz at 12,000. We can start our descent after that. All our speeds are loaded and good to go, so we'll just follow the FMS. Let the Airbus manage that. Alright, looks like we're catching up with our profile there. Should be between 300 and above 240, so we'll meet that restriction there. And we should be at 290. Yep, looks like we'll meet that restriction also.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, VNAV isn't perfect here on the fly-by-wire. I hope they're working on fixing that a little bit. You get these crazy rates sometimes, 4,000, 5,000, just to get to the needed speed and the restriction. Okay, so our next restriction here would be between flight level 230 and 200 at 280. I don't see any traffic coming in here, so we're okay. Yep, weather's still the same. Try to do this here right quick. I don't think it'll work, but I want to try to get our ATIS at arrival. Probably say it's not available. Yep, not available. Here's ATC menu. I need to try this one of them days. The departure request. I guess that's through Hoppy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And once we get closer, we'll switch to the CTAF frequency for DFW. Alright, how we doing with this restriction here? Yep, we'll meet this one. Should be at 280, okay. Below flight level 230, so that should be good also. Oh yeah, see the ground there. It's our bottom shelf there. Clear sky, shouldn't be an issue. Sweet. Yep. Good. And we're on profile again. Should stay at 280 for a little while. Two 9er 5. Yep, that is correct there as well. Awesome. Making progress. Didn't see, are we on it? Yep, looking good here. So let's see, we probably don't have to go all the way to Hedman. See what's our initial fix here. Itkel. Legray, where's Legray? Okay, Legray is right here. I'd like to take Itkel, so let's add that. I-C-K-E-L. Yep, that's perfect. So let us clear this discontinuity. So Itkel to Legray, and then so we'll delete the manual here, and we'll delete this discontinuity. Yep, that looks good. Alright, we're 280. Why are we slowing down here? Not sure. Should be at 280. So let's dial that in. Alright, 29905 is our altimeter setting here. 29905 on the standby. Alright, we're 280.
Class Bravo below in 16.0 miles.
Okay, so we're trying to meet this restriction here below 15. We'll meet that. Alright, we'll go 260 on the speed now for our next restriction. We should be below 13,000. Yep, we'll meet this restriction here as well. Then Dietz at 12,000 at 210. Okay, we'll go 250 for now. Alright, let me go turn the landing lights on before I forget. We'll throw our seatbelt signs on. be at 12,000, so let's go 230 on the speed. A little help from the speed brake. Go 220. And we'll go 210 now to meet that restriction. Go flaps 1.
Forward traffic, American 1643 Texans, relay must be Kilo EFD Foxtrot. Forward.
All right, we can switch our frequency now. Fort Worth traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6 is 10 miles to the southeast, inbound ILS 18 right. And we're descending 12,000 for 4,000. Fort Worth traffic. All right. So we are good here. Sticking at 12 for now. Let's see. ICL, we should be above 4, so we can put that in. Oh, that actually is good. Okay, and we'll dial that in here. Managed mode. We're going to stay at 210 here. This is looking good. Let's, well, okay, when we're passing 10,000, we'll arm our landing system. Yep, there's DFW. I do see an aircraft there that didn't make calls. That's American A320. So let's monitor 1228 here. Alright, we'll activate our landing system. Yep, everything's looking good here. Stay with 210. Yep, there's DFW right there.
Alice Fort Worth traffic, American A33, taking from runway 18 left via Yankee, American A33.
Well, it was not on CTAF, it was 1228. A lot of people going to have issues here figuring out the CTAF frequencies, but that's where we got to be. So we'll stay 210. I'll activate our approach phase here. That's okay. Alright, I'll go ahead and load our approach chart here. Check our checklist here for a second. So 210 to intercept, okay. Just wanted to make sure we're at the correct speed. All's looking good. See how are we doing with our flight here. Tracking, yep, tracking good. Forgot to introduce you guys to our crew today. I'm the captain, of course. Kevin is our first officer. Carolyn and Sophia are the cabin crew. All right, we're making our base turn here. That is looking good, yeah. Yep. All right, that is good. Go ahead and go to heading mode.
Clocks delta below in 7.8 miles.
We'll arm the localizer. Fort Worth traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, turning 10 mile final for 18 right, Fort Worth. Let's do a good intercept angle here. All right, localizer intercepted. We're at 4,000. We'll arm the approach. And we can go to speed 200. We will also turn on our lights. Go to 190. And then 180.
American holding short of 18 left on Yankee. You can go ahead and depart if you want.
Okay, yeah, thanks a lot, American 833, departing runway 18 left by Yankee.
probably say something there.
Forward traffic American 1643 is going to line up and wait 18 left. Fort Worth.
Let me tell him right quick. Hey guys, FYI, you should be on CTAF.
I was wondering about that. Do you know where I can find that frequency yet?
Yep, it's just on the airport chart. It's the tower, so 126.55.
Cool, thank you.
Now we go back to 126.55. We're good. All right, we have captured our glide slope. We'll go flaps 2 here. And we'll go manage mode. Fort Worth traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, 8 mile final, 18 right, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth traffic American 1643 lining up runway 18 left, departing traffic, Fort Worth.
Okay, so we'll arm the spoilers.
2,500.
Brakes too low. We'll go gear down. We go flaps 3. And flaps full. We will load our airport chart here. Yep, cabin's not ready. We are configured and good to go. The SFS man, welcome to the stream. We're about to land here at Dallas Fort Worth. Got a little bit of a wind from the right. All right, let's go ahead and do our check. Oh, what about this? There we go. All right, cabin's ready.
Fort Worth traffic American 1643 departing runway 18 left on the Mesquite 3 departure RNAV Trex, Fort Worth.
All right, so we got that departing traffic on the left runway. We're landing on the right.
$1,000.
2 mile final runway 18 right.
Yep, we're all good to go, guys. Let's do this. Take a quick screenshot here, bam. Yep, there's that departing traffic. No factor.
$500.
All right, autopilot off. Little bit of rudder.
400. $100 above.
On the glide.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
Fort Worth traffic, American 1643,
100.
clear of 18 left, proceeding direct tracks, 2,600 climbing to 10, Fort Worth.
30, 20, retard, 10, 5,
We did a little bob. We didn't hold the flare there. We were supposed to. Manual brakes. And we'll exit. Looks like on Echo 3. Nope, can keep going here. Fort Worth traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, clear of 18 right on Echo 3. We're gonna cross 18 left on Gulf 8, Fort Worth. Yeah, it was a little funny with the bobbing. We didn't hold that flare.
Approaching runway 18 left.
Okay, we
36
got
right.
aircraft approaching here, but we're okay to cross.
Entered runway 18 left. 36 right.
Actually, yeah, he's correct for 18 right. So just do that there, and we'll be perfectly fine situated here for Delta terminal. So that is good. So let's see, do we have any equipment there? Where can we park? Where is our gate? All right, let's try to go here. Yep, we'll slow down. Alright, let's turn off our lights. We'll start the APU. Oh, did we overshoot it? Yep, I think we did. Let's see, can we turn? Yep. Yep. I think we're okay to stop here. Okay. We have external power available. We'll request that. And we'll turn engine 1 and 2 off and seatbelt signs off. Awesome. Alright, we go to our services here, jet bridge, baggage, catering. We'll request that. Alright, sweet. So let's go to payload. And we'll start deboarding here. Let's do a fast one here. Okay, alright, so we're good. A little bit of cleanup here. Wonder what kind of rate we got there. TCAS to standby. Alright, let us see. Oh yeah. Look at that, 167. That is nice. Alright, so we got that flight in the books. Do our quick debrief. Actually, let me do this. Let me get us a bigger iPad here so you guys can see a little bit better. Alright, so let's do the debrief here. So we departed New Orleans runway 11. Did our little left turn there, direct our first fix. Flew in the Beery 2 arrival into DFW, where we executed a very nice approach here for ILS 18 right. And we then taxied, let's see here, we exited on Echo 3, Golf 8, and taxied straight to Delta. So that was good. That was good. Good rate on the landing. I'm pretty excited about that. It looks like, yeah, good to go, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Again, I'm gonna try to jump in the airport here, have something to eat, maybe relax a little bit, and then we'll try to do the TPC Charters March event, and that's going to be in a Kodiak. So if I have the strength to do that, I'll do that, and then if not, then we'll be back definitely on stream at 5 p.m. Eastern for the last leg of the Pilot Club World Tour. Alright, again, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Appreciate you joining, and we'll see you later.